Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Ready, Steady, Cook. Now today we have two of Britain's premier chefs. I don't know why they put themselves through it, but they're here to make some fabulous food for under a fiver in 20 minutes flat. And they are Anthony Worrell-Thompson and Alistair Little. Stop it! Stop it.
Oh, got
poor old thing. Now look, you two have never worked together on the programme before, but you know each other very well.
Aye.
Old adversaries?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you work together anyway?
Well, we do demonstrations together.
He's got a school in Italy that I go down and take over, give him a week's break in Italy in the summer.
Yes.
Really? What, teaching Italians or English people on holiday? Or?
It's English cooks going to Italy to teach English people Italian food. It's a fairly sensible idea.
Coals to Newcastle.
And between you, how many restaurants have you got?
Ooh.
Well, you've got 20-something. 22.
I've just opened the second one.
Oh, well done!
So you've got 24.
I've got a long way to go.
That's all right.
Well, that's a couple of dozen between you, not bad. Now we've got a couple of wonderful contestants for you today. They're sisters. So shall we meet the first contestant who's going to play Ready, Steady, Cook? Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
Lovely to see you. Alistair, this is Maggie Rose from Tadworth in Surrey. And how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Why are you contesting your sister, who we're going to meet in a minute?
Well, she was coerced.
So you made your sister come and play.
Yes.
So, well, open up your bag
Right.
and tell us what you've got and why. Ooh,
Right.
ooh, exotic. What's this?
That's yam.
Oh, right.
I am what I am.
I've never cooked with a yam.
Nor have I.
What's that?
Beetroot.
Nice.
Right.
Mm.
It's lovely sausages. I love sausages.
British sausages Toulouse.
That sounds sensible, doesn't it?
British sausages.
Lots of garlic,
Toulouse.
yeah.
That's Toulouse, Surrey.
A couple of leeks. And how much that cost you?
£4.75.
Why did you bring that?
Well, beetroot. I've never cooked with beetroot. I love rice. Leeks. I love leeks. Sausages. I love sausages, and yam I've never cooked with.
So the beetroot and the yam are the mystery ingredients.
Yes.
All right.
Are you getting inspired?
Panicking, I think.
Well, let's see what your sister has brought. Let's meet then the next contestant who's going to play Ready, Steady, Cook. Hi, Isabella. Nice to see you. Anthony. Please meet Isabella Wise.
Hi, Isabella.
From East Barnet. Thank you very much for coming and playing your sister. Is she a better cook than you? Or?
No.
Ooh, before we start. Right, open up your bag, tell us what you've got and why. Are there yams and sausages in here? Oh no.
That's why you didn't tip it out.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Ah!
Fresh fish. Looks very fresh to me.
What's in there then?
Well, this is seafood cocktail inside here. I can
smell it.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Colours.
Crab sticks and mussels.
Is that all I get?
No.
And a
Fresh live mussels. Live mussels.
Where's the rest?
And this is it. And eggs, because they're very versatile.
there's plenty there. Come on, you're the man with 22 restaurants. You can knock something out with that.
Unfortunately, it's not all here, is it? I think Alice's might be a little omen for me. I'm going to lose my sausages.
Isabella, how much did that cost you?
£4.92.
£4.92. Help yourself to help yourself to the larder, as you say, because you're going to need it, aren't you, Anthony?
I am.
Well, Alistair, what are you going to cook for Maggie?
Well, Maggie's going to cook some rice, because I'm professed to be a really poor rice cook. So we're going to cook spiced rice with leeks.
Is this your recipe?
Yes, well, my husband usually does the curries, but he leaves the rice to me.
Oh, we'll hear
So
about
I'm going to
that
do
later.
exactly the same. I've never cooked yam in my life, but I'm going to attempt to make a crispy yam cake to go under the sausages, and we're going to show an easy method of cooking sausages, hopefully without them sticking or bursting. And I'm going to make a beetroot relish to go with the sausages, which we'll put a little mustard in.
Scrummy, what about the leeks?
They're going with the rice.
Oh, in the
You're
rice, yes,
listening.
yes, lovely. Meanwhile,
Well,
look for Isabella, Anthony.
we're going to have a dance.
Dance?
Because I can't do anything. I mean, I can't chop. There's nothing to chop. I'm lost without my hand. I mean, anyway, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to show you the basic elements of cooking mussels.
Good.
That's without an lid.
Go through it, basically.
Well, you cook them, clean them up a bit. And the idea, just talk about what's good to look for and what's not.
Okay.
We're going to make a Chinese-type omelette, very thin, so we can roll up. And we're going to use the seafood there for a stuffing for that.
Yes.
And then I'm going to make an egg sandwich. Because by that time I'm going to be hungry. And we're going to have a glass of wine, and off we go.
Yes. Well, I know what happens. You say that you're going to do this, and in the end, something amazing happens.
Oh,
it's all different.
I can't believe it.
Ah, come on, pull yourself together. Don't go for the sympathy vote before you start. Exactly, loaves and fishes. Right, you have only 20 minutes when I say these words. So are you ready? Steady? Cook. What is a yam, Alistair?
I think it's a sweet potato. It's something that Popeye says.
It's the same.
Right.
It's the same thing, is it?
I think so, yes.
Same family.
I'll probably get pulled up on this enormously. Hang on a slight sort of panic here. Right. Can never like these.
Must be very long because it's obviously been cut in half. So
It's probably sold by the metre in these days.
Right, where do we start?
We're going to melt some butter. About, how much do you think? Quarter?
Well, something like that.
You're the expert, whatever.
Oh, this is your rice recipe, is it, Maggie?
Yeah.
So what do you normally do with the rice?
Just fry it in a bit of butter with some spices and then
And I'm feverishly
Put
going to
some water
prepare the
in.
leeks.
Oh, I see. So sort of like a risotto start.
yes.
Right, but there's your rice. They brought you a measure somewhere. Here we are. Right. No, we'll ignore that for a minute. I think we'll ignore that for the whole show.
Is there anything here, because my heart is beginning to soften,
Right.
that,
What?
Anthony
Should we give him the leek trimmings out of the bin?
Anthony, would you like any leek or anything to
Yeah, I
help
might
you?
have a little bit if you got some,
Can you
Alistair.
spare some?
That's very
Oh, don't
kind.
be horrid.
That's very kind.
I'll give it one leek.
Thanks.
How kind.
Did you see that?
I did.
Yes.
Well held, sir.
Thank
Better
you.
than the England cricket team.
Oh, careful. The leek is going into the rice, as you
It's
said.
going to go into the butter.
Yes. Oh, the
Mag-
butter first, then
Yes,
the rice.
butter first. Leek in there.
Yeah.
And spices are going in.
Yes.
Maggie's going to tell you what she puts in normally.
What spices are you putting in there then?
A clove, a couple of cloves,
Oh, really? Lovely.
Yeah.
Just two.
just two. A couple of
Not too much.
cardamom.
It tastes like
Just two cardamom.
I usually have a bit of cinnamon bark, but I don't know if we have got any cinnamon.
You've got
hate
cinnamon,
beetroot.
powder. I think. Is that any good?
Go on then. I've put it a little pinch.
I've never heard of cinnamon bark. What's that?
Really?
No.
It's like tree
proper
bark.
cinnamon.
A little shake of
A
this.
little shake of that.
Yeah, well, that was about a quarter of a teaspoon.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's fine enough.
Smelling good. The cinnamon's a good idea.
Yeah, the rice. Where's...
No, you've also got turmeric and what else?
I'll put the turmeric after.
Oh, that
That was-
goes
that
in
was
at
the
the end,
cloves,
does
yeah.
it? And there's the cinnamon. So turmeric
Right.
at the end to give it a bit of colour.
That's right.
She's
We're going to
away.
engage in a clever trick with the sausages.
Oh, yes.
Because they normally stick. If you put a non-stick frying pan with a little water,
Yes.
starting on a heat, and cook, just put the sausage in, start them cooking. By the time the water's evaporated, fat has come out of the sausages, so you're not adding extra fat at all. You don't need any oil in the pan.
So then they are cooking in their own fat?
Yes, so that it renders out, and that hopefully
Brilliant.
gets between the pan and the sausages. Very technical
Brilliant,
stuff.
Brilliant.
And I'm not going to separate them. I like sausages in links. I like real sausages.
Yes, I do.
In fact, if you had a whole bunch, you could do a sort of total coil and do a snake charmers out.
Yes, like in the cartoons, they always
Yes.
have that Desperate Dan or whatever.
Dog chasing them.
Yeah, yes. I saw that you measured the rice out, oh look, very carefully,
Right,
in a
yeah.
ramekin.
Yeah.
Look at this, and the same amount of water.
No, two.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
She's a bit smart, this
She
one.
is. I'm lucky.
Oh.
I understand
My
my
mum
husband's a
taught
good
us.
cook as well, or at least he's good in the kitchen.
My mum taught us.
Kate, your husband's a very good cook.
Yes, he cooks Indians, curries and all the sort of like, he likes lavender stone.
That won't go down very well.
I know you haven't got enough to do. Just get on with what you've got to do.
I like the roast dinners and the puddings and
Oh,
the
do you?
cakes. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're good at.
Yeah.
And then do I understand you've got 2 cookers in your kitchen?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, when we moved in, there was a gas hob there, but when we moved from our old flat, we had an electric cooker.
So you brought it with you?
Yes. And while we had the 4 rings there, we thought we'd keep them. So when we had dinner parties, I cooked one side and he cooked the other.
Really? Do you have a race?
Sounds like ready.
No, usually I do the puddings and he does the savouries.
Brilliant idea. You've had 4 minutes already, so I'm going to
Right.
leave you. And I'll be back. Hello.
See, that is a no muscle, not a good muscle.
Let's have a look at it. Why?
It's all falling apart, it's all flabby. It's like it's got some sort of disease. So one looks basically, if they're very
It's gone in
open
the bin. Let's
and
see
they
if we can-
tap and they don't close, then you chuck them away.
So this is the net you've emptied into there, and then you're
I've
putting the
washed
good
them,
ones
I've
into
washed
there.
them. I've taken all these beards off, see?
You asked.
Those have come off the sides.
They're the
I've
bits
saved a
that-
couple for you to show you, see?
Good. You keep
Just-
disappearing. Come back.
I know. The camera must be having a hard time. See the beard there?
Yes.
Drag it towards the narrow end,
Yes.
okay, rather than towards the thick end. You just take it off like that.
Yes.
Mussels, you can, if you buy them the day before, you can actually get them clean now in shops usually. They're testing me, aren't they? Because you very rarely see them with beards on
You've
nowadays.
got nothing better to do in 20 minutes. You may as well show us how to do it. So let's have a look at one that's open and give it a tap.
Well, we got one here.
He's not.
He's starting, just a little bit movement there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's
Like
all
that.
right, is he?
And then the other test is when they've cooked them
Yes.
and they're shriveled up completely, you know they were cooked dead. So you chuck them away. If you want them, we'll see afterwards. You want to see them nice and full, fat, full mussels.
So you run them under running water to clean them up, take
Yeah.
their beards off, give them a tap if they happen to be open. If they stay open, forget it, throw it away. If they close, perfect, stick them in.
Is it?
But stick them into what?
Right, now this is what we're coming to. I've just put them into wine as I've got no onion. I would normally use onion.
Oh, stop moaning.
Did I have a leak? I had a leak.
Yes.
I
We've
didn't
given
have
you
a
a leak.
I've got a leak. I didn't have a leak. So, yes, right.
So you've put about, what, an inch or two of white wine in the bottom of that pan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we just cut our leek up.
That's so good. Clever. Yeah.
I'm going to use those later for flavour. Nice little, what Brian Turner would call julienne, we call shredded. Nice, fine.
Lovely. And so that's going to go into the wine
We're
now.
going to make
the
a little
spinach?
wine soup, you see, I think. A wine soup. It will be a wine soup. It'll be a mussel and wine soup. Yes, that'll be a little sauce soup to go with it. Now, and the mussels, the other thing to do is, of course, is to soak them overnight in water. You add a handful of oatmeal or flour, and that
porridge.
purges them.
Right.
In other words, they go to the loo.
I see. But we
So
didn't
that gets
do
rid
that.
of... No, we didn't have time in 20 minutes. That...
It's becoming more and more...
Mussels are the easiest thing in the world to cook, I promise you that. You always want some little bit of cooking element, which is butter or water or wine.
Yes.
Get it really hot. Shake your pan around a bit.
Yes.
You'll see they're opening already.
Yes, they
And in
are.
a couple of minutes, they will be fully open. I promise you. If they're
So
good
they
mussels.
take as quickly as that.
If they're
You've
not good mussels,
already
I'm
had
really
about
stuffed.
7.5 minutes. Yes,
Right.
well, no, they'll be good mussels. They'll be
They're
good
fine.
mussels. 'cause
We're chopping
Isabella
some
got them.
herbs.
What are you chopping up?
Flat leaf parsley,
Yes.
basil,
Yes. Mind your fingers.
I think thyme.
Yes. Oh, what's that floppy one? That's that aniseedy thing.
That's a tarragon.
tarragon.
one.
That's right. Yeah.
Sort of, yes, licoricey flavour.
A little
Yes.
bit of basil somewhere. Some
Yes,
basil.
there he is.
That lovely Italian-y stuff.
Mind your fingers. You know how to do this before you...
Well,
She's doing a grand job, a grand job.
Oh, yeah, but
Not too much.
She's going to cut her fingers, isn't
She'll
she?
be fine, she'll be fine. Now, if you want, you can be aggressive and go... But Alistair gets upset. Or you can just go like that. You're keeping the tip of the... Wait. You're keeping the tip on here, and you're going on the heel. Because it'll ruin, you can't hear, you see. So you keep the tip down there, and you go...
I thought you kept your hand on top of the blade as well.
No, not on top. I've got the hand on top.
No,
It's
yeah,
this
but
bit.
that-
No, you're keeping that against it.
Oh, I see.
And always tuck your nails underneath, otherwise you've got nail
So you're
clippers
going
at the same
down
time.
the... so you're just brushing against the side of it. I see.
That's right. You see, where the knife comes up to, there's no flesh,
Uh-huh.
because my nails are tucked under. Okay, your turn.
So that's the secret to cutting your vegetables quickly and everything.
Yes. See,
How
look,
long
look.
does it take you, though, to learn that properly?
Oh, still haven't learnt. See, look, ladies and gentlemen. Those
Opened.
mussels are beautiful, fat, plump
Ooh.
mussels.
So they're
See?
done now, are they cooked?
Beautiful. That's perfect. That's it. That's all
That's
you
it.
need.
Done.
Bang. And I'm going to
Wow.
use the juices to make my sauce.
Okay.
With a little
We
saffron.
are coming up to halfway.
Oh, good heavens, and I thought I had nothing to do.
Yep. Shall I leave you for a bit? Or are you going to show me something amazing?
I'm just going to strain it, not too amazing.
No.
Oh,
Ow, ow, ow!
I just singed my arm.
You're
Just-
always singeing it.
Thank you very
Better.
much. Okay, so we're going
Right.
to get that on. That's it. Quick, quick, quick. Chop, chop, chop. And,
That's it.
as I say,
I'm
chop,
off.
chop, chop.
I'm
Okay,
off. I'm
quick.
off.
Oh, you're back
Ah! Now this is the yam.
There's the yam.
So
Frying pan.
you've
Just testing if the oil's hot enough by the bits I spilt. Right.
so obviously you peeled it, grated it,
Yes, a great label.
and it's
Salt
quite
and pepper?
juicy.
Yes.
It has its own juice, is it?
This is in its natural juices.
We are halfway now. Halfway now. Yep. Yes. And then there's a sort of giant sweet potato rosti.
Yes, exactly. Spot on.
Good. And you've
Wish
salted
I'd
and
thought of
peppered
that.
it.
Salted and peppered it,
And
we
that's
hope
it.
and we're going to a bit more pepper on top, a bit more
Can I
salt.
just investigate the sausages? The water
Yes.
all evaporated.
The water's all evaporated
them
and they
in-
shouldn't be sticking. Let's find out.
No, they're not. Not
not.
really.
They're busy
And that's
ruining
it.
the pan there.
That's my pan. That's, I buy all this equipment. The rice looks delicious.
Yeah, it's
You've
almost
added
ready.
a bit of turmeric already.
That's right, yep.
How long will it take to do?
About 12 minutes.
12 minutes, and it's been in. Oh, well, we've got plenty of time. You're
It's
on your way to
fast
about
food
9
if you
minutes.
can cook a rice dish in 12 minutes, eh?
Exactly. Brilliant. Will it really take that long? Long grain rice only takes
That's
about
right, you
12
don't touch
minutes.
it now.
So nothing much is going on over here then?
No, we're in full time. Actually, we've got to do things with beetroot. Apart from get it all over our uniforms or
Yeah,
something.
well, that doesn't matter. What are you going to do?
Right, I'm going to put it all in there. I think we'll get the other two up
We
as
have
well.
9 minutes now.
I hate beetroot.
You hate beetroot?
Absolutely hate beetroot.
Why?
I really can't stand it.
I love it. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yes,
In
I do.
salads, I love it.
Is it turns the egg. There was those school dinner salads where the beetroot had stained everything, the egg and the salad cream. It was just like an oil slick throughout the entire
Oh,
meal.
that's a bit I like.
You like that bit, did you?
These have obviously been boiled or
Yes,
cooked
they're
up
all
a
boiled.
bit.
Well, hating beetroot, I do serve it and cook it quite a lot. And if you buy them raw, they're best baked. Just wash them and put them in the oven for an hour and forget about them.
For an hour?
About
In
an hour.
nothing? No
Nothing.
water? No, really?
nothing.
Just their skins?
Just the skins.
And
then
the skin peels off?
Yes, and you don't actually have to peel. You just sort of rub it with your hand. You get very red hands, but it just slides off and the beetroot shoots out.
lovely. And that's it, done?
That's it, done.
Chop it up, do what you
And then
want.
it is nice then straight out of the oven. I like set that with butter and chives or sour cream and chives. At that point it might be edible.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? That sounds good.
Right.
Right, come on then.
Strong mustard.
8 minutes left now.
You can't have bangers without mustard somewhere in the meal is my
Well,
view.
what about the ketchup?
Have we got ketchup now? We'll move.
No.
We'll give the ketchup a miss.
Vinegar?
Touch of mild vinegar, not sort of the one you nick from the chip shop counter.
So, what, the darker it is, the stronger it is it?
No,
That's a pale.
well, I think when it says sort of non-brewed condiment or something like that, you get a bit suspicious.
so
And
white
pinch,
wine vinegar,
pinch of sugar.
pinch of sugar,
Not
and then
much.
a whiz up.
Peppermill, please.
Peppermill.
And what are you
Yeah.
going to do with this?
It's going to be a relish, a sauce, quick sauce,
Oh, right. Pepper.
and a pinch of salt, please. A hefty pinch of salt. You can
So, sugar, salt, pepper,
mustard.
mustard, vinegar.
You know what's going to happen
beetroot.
here? They're just going to bound around and stay
Yes,
whole.
I'm going to leave you for it, and then no cooking at all. That's it, is it?
That's it.
I'm
Finished.
off, before it gets too noisy over there.
Right. Chop me garlic.
How many cloves?
3 cloves in there. Very garlicky. Because we're going to do some. I've decided after all that, as well, to do some grilled mussels.
See, I knew he'd be up to something.
So I'm going to pick out.
Can I just ask Isabella what she's got in the bowl here?
These are all the chopped up mixed herbs and
Yes.
some garlic and some softened butter. And that's it.
Butter. Also, it's lovely. So herby, garlicky butter.
Yes, a lot. We're going to salt and pepper it.
Yep.
Because that's unsalted butter.
Yep.
Chefs prefer unsalted butter cooking because they haven't got so many sort of bits of impurities in. That's
I
what
see.
comes out.
I see. And you are picking your best mussels?
Picking the nice, best. Look at those mussels. They are, I have to say,
They do
some
look
of the
delicious,
nicest
don't
mussels
they?
I have seen for a long time. They're beautifully fresh, plump. Oh, Gary Rhodes would have
How
a
long
field
is it
day.
going to take you to do your Chinese omelette, by the way?
Oh, well, hopefully it's going to take seconds.
Because you've got about 6 minutes left. Do you want to prepare it or anything?
Now you want to put, here we go. Now, season, little salt and pepper.
Little salt and pepper.
Mash it in, keep mashing, keep mashing.
6 minutes now.
Okay.
That looks really good.
Do. And now. Fun?
Yes.
Ici. That means here, in French. You can go like that. Yes. Okay, so we
then-
just spread that over the top. And those you could do ahead, put in the fridge, so that it's ready just to go under a grill. Bang, you got a wonderful start.
So you can recook
It's the
them.
basic form of snails, but done with mussels. No snails with garlic butter?
Yep.
That's your job?
Right.
Off you go.
Hang on, if I did that at home, how far in advance would I be allowed to do it? Overnight? Put them in the
2
fridge?
days.
2 days?
2 days.
That's
If
okay.
as long as the fridge is nice and cold,
All right.
it'll be
all
fine.
right. And then whack them under a hot grill. Good. That is just the white.
White wine juices, the mussel juice. Mussels release a lot of their own juices.
Okay, so that's all of that, reducing there. You've added some, what is it
Saffron.
called? Saffron, that's how
I've added the stalks. Being a thrifty sort of chef, added the stalks.
5 minutes left.
That's we were using from the herbs.
Good. 5 minutes, Alistair.
Thank you.
And then, what are we going to do now?
This is my sandwich.
Yes. No, don't be so silly. You're going to... Can't be making egg sandwich. Is this for the...
This is
what?
an egg sandwich. I'm doing an egg sandwich, I promise.
All right, all right.
I'm doing an egg sandwich.
Anything could
believe
be
me.
happening here. I know you made a bacon sandwich for us once, but
Okay.
Chinese omelette is what?
It's an omelette, which is done very thinly.
Oh, simple
Instead
as that.
of a thick one.
So a sort of crepe Suzette of an omelette.
Exactement.
Ah. Well, I'll leave you for a bit then. Go and see how the giant Rushty's doing.
We tossed it.
Oh no!
Yes,
Oh,
sorry.
that's all right. Well, it's looking all right, isn't
It
it?
is looking all right. We're quite pleased with that.
Delicious. Good.
Even
Rice
if we do
is
say it's
still
smugly
okay.
ourselves, rice is okay. Sausages, I added more water and turned them over. And they're looking
More water.
More water because they were, and
They're looking a bit too dry.
they're just fine to me.
Oh, they're pumping up beautifully as well, aren't they? 4 minutes left now. 4 minutes. But
Right.
Maggie, you could, I suppose, have time to sort of wipe down and start
Yes,
getting
this is what
places.
kitchen assistants do in our
Terribly on
world.
time today. It's very
Oh,
worrying.
it's a bit quick.
This beetroot looks
Yes.
perfectly good.
I'm actually going to try it.
Oh my
This
goodness
takes-
me. The boy who
Notice how
hates-
much.
All right?
Yep, that's all right.
Good. All right, you can tell me what it tastes like later. You have to have a swig of wine to give us it down with. So Maggie, who are you cooking for at home? You said your husband. Got
My
children?
two boys. Daniel's 6 and Peter's 3. Going on 4.
6 and Peter's 3.
Do they like
Yeah.
the same food?
Yes.
Because I've got 2 children and
They
it's
like
like 2
Chinese.
meals. Yeah, they both like Chinese, they both like pizza, they both like hamburgers. But apart from that, cooking at home, Freddie will only eat pasta. That's my daughter, and
Yes.
George will eat almost anything, providing it's meat.
Oh.
Yes, I was a meat and potato boy, and someone who liked pasta and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Pasta goes down
Is
very
it off
well.
of the menu at dinner time then, or cook everything in the cupboard?
Well, I just know I've given up cooking everything in the cupboard. It's a waste of time, and so we just do what we can.
That's right.
And and Isabella, have you got children as well?
I have. I've got 2 sons.
Yep.
Adam, who's 6, and Michael, who's 3.
Oh, your children are exactly the same age.
Yes,
your
they are.
sisters.
Well, in fact, they were born on, our 2 elder sons were born on the same day, within 4 hours apart.
Good heavens! Was that planned? Well, I mean,
No.
You know what I
On the
mean.
phone, darling, are you ready?
So they're sort of twins, but they're not.
They are.
Twin
They're
cousins.
actually due a month apart.
Golly, so you couldn't possibly have known.
Mine was 2 weeks early, and Margaret's was 2
2
weeks,
weeks
late.
How extraordinary.
ended
Well,
up
there you
being-
go.
Okay.
There you go. Ooh, tell me what's in there.
That's leeks julienne, as I told you before, Mr. Turner's julienne. And I've
With
shredded.
butter?
And with butter, salt and pepper. That's
2
all, we're
minutes left,
sweating them down. Ooh, 2 weeks.
Yes.
We're going.
You put in the seafood salad.
Put in the seafood salad.
Looks jolly good. Fried bread. Yummy. I like
We're going
this
to make that.
cholesterol-free corner over here.
Whilst we're waiting for all that to cook down, we'll get
4
started.
eggs.
Right,
With a bit of salt and pepper, I guess.
that's right.
The white
my
wine
mussels.
is simmering down nicely. Have you added anything else to that now?
I've added little cream,
Yes,
and that's it, salt and pepper.
that's it.
And the saffron, we got the saffron, we got the herbs.
We've got 90
there.
seconds left. You
God.
better get on with that omelette.
I do, I better get on with it.
Yes. And we can wipe all this down like this.
better clean it
And get
down.
some salt and pepper. Knives and forks. Hang on, we're going to go for a toss. We're going to go for a toss. Very confident that was going to work out.
Yes, I've made sure. Had a
last-
couple of practices when you were off camera.
And I wasn't looking.
Yes, absolutely.
Sausages look great.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's come out already. You've got a minute left now. The rice looks gorgeous, Maggie. Well done. That's fantastic. Great.
Ow.
Oh, ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
Into the oven,
Been in the
it's way
oven,
off.
yes.
Sausages look fine. 45 seconds now. Where's this omelette?
It's coming,
Oh, there
it's
it is, there it is. Very thin omelette. Soup being splashed over the
Mussel
mussels.
soup.
Gorgeous. Fried bread is out, that's done. The leeks, and 30 seconds. The leeks and seafood salad are in the pan, ready to go in for the... Hey, is that egg all right? I think he's got a bit excited over here. Bangers and mash, did you say? Bangers and mash, sweet potato. Oh, knives and forks we want over here. 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, got a glass of wine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking! Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, now the difficult thing, of course, is deciding who's going to win today, and that is in your hands. And to help you decide, the girls are going to tell you what it tastes like. So first of all, you tuck in, and I'll ask you what it's like in a minute. What are you going to call this, Alistair?
Well, that's obviously got to be bangers and sweet mash.
Yeah. The raw ingredients were the yam, the sweet potato, beetroot, sausages, leeks, and the long grain rice. Tuck in, tuck in. And what did you do?
Well, just roasted the sausages with a little water and stopped them sticking, and I skillfully and dexterously fried the grated yam in oil and butter, salt and pepper. That just went in the mix with, what was it, mustard, sugar, vinegar, salt and pepper. And Maggie cooked this, so it has to be Pilaf Maggie.
Ah.
She did it from, I just chopped the leeks.
What have you tasted here? What was the sweet
The
potato?
sausages is beautiful. And the yam's lovely. I've never tried it before.
Does it taste sweeter than a potato, a real potato?
I don't think it tastes as sweet as a sweet potato.
Is
But
it
in between.
not a
sweet
texture?
potato, is it completely different?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
there we are. We're giving everyone a raw deal here.
Taro.
Well, you know what your rice
I know
tastes
what
like
tastes
because
like.
that's yours. What about the beetroot?
Lovely.
Is it?
It's the mustard that makes it acceptably Maggie.
That with a bit of sausage. Right, now, Isabella, you can tuck into yours now. What are you going to call this, Anthony?
I'm going to call this ménage à trois.
Why?
It just came to me again. No, because I've got 3 dishes, of course.
Oh, right. The raw ingredients were, if you remember, only 6 eggs, a little pot of seafood cocktail, and a big bag of mussels. And look what you've done.
Unbelievable, isn't
What
it?
did you do?
Let's go dish by dish. Well, these two are similar. We cooked off the mussels in some white wine. I cleaned them first, put it off in the white wine, then drained them, used the juices to reduce down with a little saffron, herb stalks, garlic and cream.
Yep.
I made the soup. I'd like a bit of onion, but
You
that was
strained
fine.
the stalks
Strained it
inside
off,
afterwards, yes.
Strained those off. I used these, which I'm going to have an egg sandwich. I suddenly realised, of course, soup loves a crouton. So I did a crouton.
Big
Four
fried breads.
big croutons. This one we've used the cooked mussels. I took the top shell off.
Yep.
Made a herb butter from tarragon, basil, parsley,
And garlic.
and garlic seasoning. So we splashed those under the grill, stuffed
Yes.
the top. This one we made a very, very thin sort of Chinese omelette, which they would roll up usually and chop
Yes.
and put into their rice. But we've left it flat, mainly because of time. And then we've used the seafood cocktail
The borrowed leek.
with the borrowed leek and some seasoning. Kept it very plain. I mean, you don't want too many eggs in your weekly diet, so that was fine. So that was
What does
it.
it taste like?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Is it?
Gorgeous.
Right, okay, now we know who's going to win, do we? It's going to be green peppers or red tomatoes. Would you please vote now? It's close, but I'm going to give it to red tomatoes. Congratulations! It's £100 to spend on food with our love. Well done, Isabella. Well done, Anthony. Excellent. Maggie. You go home with our lovely hamper for two. So you can have that with our love. Love to the boys. Thank you very much. Well done, Alistair. We look forward very much to seeing you soon. From all of us. Bye-bye. Well done.